This is a Capital Content Special Report. I'm Ethan Vargas reporting. We are following the latest news in the continuing so far right now, the continuing wildfires in California. All right, here's the live update. That's from Malibu in California. We are carrying the ABC 7 coverage. You can see there the engulfing fire. The fire you can see, or what you can see right now, it began, I think that's almost an hour or more than an hour. Here's what we know so far about the wildfires in California. I'll read a report from all right, this is from NBC News. We've just received that Vice President Kamala Harris um huh here's the report. Vice President Kamala Harris said that she is praying for all Californians who have had to evacuate or been affected by wind whip wildfires that are creating a fire emergency in the Los Angeles area. In a statement, here's a statement of the Vice President. Doug and I are praying for our fellow Californians who have evacuated, and we are thinking of the families whose homes, businesses, and schools remain in harm's way. We are deeply grateful for the heroic first responders who are risking their own safety to fight the flames and help keep communities safe. Uh, the vice president's home in Los Angeles is in the eastern part of the evacuation zone from the Palisades fire, which was nearly 3,000 acres. Tonight, after breaking out at around 10:30 a.m., I think that was 10:30 a.m. Eastern time or Pacific time. I'm not sure. All right. A dangerous. What do we know so far about this fire in California? Okay. A dangerous windstorm fanned blazes in the Los Angeles area, including the Palisades fire, while millions of people across Southern California are under a red warning. No injuries or deaths have been reported so far. No, there are no uh, reported deaths. Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency as nearly 30,000 people have been ordered to evacuate. The blaze has exploded because of a combination of dry conditions and powerful winds, which are likely to strengthen overnight. Another fire broke out tonight near Eaton Canyon, northeast of Pasadena, far from the Palisades fire. It was also fueled by high winds. So, if I know, if I can explain this correctly, these fires has been caused by a wind. All right. Uh, Also, Vice President Harris said in that statement that um, the Biden administration is committed to helping the victims and the state of California. All right. So we are still getting latest or new informations regarding this fire that broke out. It was really a fire caused by wind or more. You can see there the strong winds, or if you can see, there are strong winds that fueling flames. That's why the flames are continue to grow um in this flame. All right, around 220,000 customers without power in Los Angeles area. Amid fears, Santa Ana winds has risen to almost June. There were 219,903 customers without electricity in Los Angeles County as of 10:50 p.m. Tuesday, according to the website. All right, let's see what is the latest. Um, all right, so far, customers that doesn't have electricity, if I'm not if I get this correctly, it's 276,000 now 945. It has been added from that 219 earlier, or 220 earlier. The FEMA, or the Federal Emergency Management Agency, has approved assistance to battle the Eaton fire, which broke out in the Altadena area. That's the Eaton fire you can see there. FEMA granted the Fire Management Assistance Grant in combating the Eaton fire. It said the Eaton fire, which likely the Palisades fire in Pacific Palisades, is also being whipped by extreme Santa Ana winds, was threatening around 800 or 8,200 homes in and around Altadena and Pasadena. It said FEMA earlier today approved federal aid in fighting the Palisades fire. Arcadia and Glendale public schools will close tomorrow. The Arcadia Unified School District said all schools will close tomorrow and all the events and services, including sports and after schools programs, will be cancelled. The Glendale Unified School District cited the high winds and fires in the region as reasons for closing all schools, childcare operations, and district offices tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Screen Actors Guild has cancelled its planned in-person awards nomination ceremony because of extreme fire conditions in Los Angeles and the area, the organization announced tonight. The SAG Awards nomination were supposed to be held in an in-person ceremony tomorrow. Instead, the nominations will be announced in a news release and on the SAG Awards website at 7:30 a.m. In a statement, the guild said, "In the meantime, we urge everyone to stay safe and thank you for your continued support. The awards will be held on February 23rd." All right, so um we're gonna go first right now to the uh ABC7 um coverage. Let's hear first um the latest headlines, or what we can know so far. So let's watch first this coverage.
Apart because of the fire. We will head down the street here, see what other businesses we can get, but this is Washington Ultimed on Washington. This building a complete loss, the one next to it as well. To the west of it, that building is a complete loss as fire is now beginning to shoot through the roof of that building. That's the latest here in Altadena. We're going to go down the street, see what else we can find, and see just as this destruction continues from the fire. Live in Altadena, Leanne Suter, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Leanne, thank you. We're going to be talking to you a little bit longer, though. You know, we're seeing the firefighters are down the street. We know you're on Washington. We know Sophie Flay is also covering the Eaton fire as well on Washington. We do see firefighters at the end of the street sort of trying to battle some of the fires, but have you seen any firefighters try to get to this Altamed Medical Center? I think we've lost our audio connection with Leanne Suter right there. But again, we do know that these fires, they are burning very close to each other because Sophie Flay is there.
All right, we're going to go back to the Hearst fire in the meanwhile. That's burning in Sylmar. Reporter Cassandra Gutierrez from KFSN TV joining us now with a look at what she is learning. Cassandra, from our sister station, what are you seeing where you are?
Mark and Colleen, you could see that hillside here in Sylmar burning behind me. I am currently right now on Los Olivos Road and Roxford Street, and we have spoke with several people evacuating here. They say this is actually not the first time they've encountered evacuations like this one. I'm standing here with one local who lives on this road, Elizabeth Morales. She has lived here since 2016, and she is ready. 2006, excuse me, and she is ready to evacuate. Elizabeth, you said this is not the first time you've had to prepare to evacuate. What was going through your head this morning when or the last hour really when you saw the flames start coming?
It was for sure we didn't think about the fire. We were watching the news, but I wasn't far away. But my daughter-in-law called me and she said, no, the fire started here. Like, and then she tried to call to 911, but they didn't answer. So she said, get ready to just in case, because growing so fast, the fire.
Elizabeth, when you say getting ready, what did that mean to you? What did you pack? What do you have ready to go?
I was very nervous. I don't know. I didn't know what can I put it. My son say, "Mommy, put some clothes and put some your medicine and the most important, your passport, the most important thing."
And watching the news unfold throughout the day today, what's going through your heart right now? I mean, it's a heartbreaking situation from a lot of Los Angeles County right now.
Of course, yeah, we're so sad when keeping watching the news, and I'm really sad for the people who was passing for this situation.
And tell me a little bit about the last time you had to evacuate.
Last time it was the same, but it was more close because it was close to here, like in Foothill, and so we were ready for sure we were evacuated. But thanks God, we didn't need to evacuate.
And now you live here with your family. Can you share who you live here with?
I live with my son and my 3 kids, my grandkid, and my daughter-in-law.
And those kids, how are those kiddos doing right now?
I'm very nervous because they are little, so they didn't know the last time. So for them, it was the first time. So they're very, very nervous. My doggy too. We have a doggy. So, but we pray only to God, because God is the only one. He has to help us.
Mm-hmm. That's what we keep hearing, prayers right now at this hour for thousands and thousands.
Nobody can do nothing, only God. We believe in God.
And now having to be strong for the that like for you?
We try not to be very nervous, because they are very, very nervous. So I try to calm down and relax, just waiting for the order to evacuate.
Wow, and obviously those winds, gusty. Have you ever seen winds like this before?
Never. The first time. I've been here living in California for 45 years, and I never did it the first time I feeling like this wind.
Well, any other words you'd like to share with your neighbors? This is a tight-knit community. When we pulled up, we saw neighbors talking with each other. You guys are very close.
Very, very, very nice community. We have very nice community. All the neighbors are very nice. We are very take care of each other, all the neighborhoods.
So your heart's probably breaking, not just for yourself and for people in the area, but your neighbors as well.
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, thank you for taking care of us, and I appreciate. I think that we are going to be okay. But thank you.
Okay. And now you're getting ready to hit the road. What do you expect right now? We were coming this way. We saw a lot of traffic. Are you getting ready to hit the road? You're going to hit the road right now?
Well, we're waiting until they come in to say evacuate. In the meantime, we keeping waiting. I hope they not coming and evacuate, but if they come, we are ready.
You're ready to go, just like many other neighbors. And
we're going to my daughter-in-law mom, so North Hollywood. So they are. That's why we're going. Because my daughter lives in Santa Clarita, and just by the mountain too, and she's very nervous too. So she's saying, "Mom, I mean, don't come in here." So they go to Adriana's house. My daughter-in-law.
Nerves and heartbreak, devastation, all understatements.
Yes.
Situation.
And I hope it's not coming to this, the fire not coming to here, because everybody we work so hard to keep it to have this property, and this
You know, let's go back to our colleague, Mark Robles. He's in Upper Hastings Ranch. And Mark, we spoke to you a few hours ago, and it looks like, are you on the clock right now? I take it you're not part of evacuating, but I want to know, did you evacuate?
You know, we're under the evacuation warning on the south end, south of Orange Grove, north of the 210 freeway. So I got the kids out of there. They left, and here I am. We're now showing you what's happening here in Upper Hastings Ranch, and what a heartbreak. We have at least 2 homes that I can see that are up in flames. We have LA County Fire currently here on scene assisting with this firefight. For those people who are watching, perhaps they live in the Upper Hastings Ranch area and they have evacuated. This is on Rivera Drive. I want to say it's about a mile north, maybe 3/4 of a mile up from Sierra Madre Boulevard. So this is a Rivera Drive. We have 2 homes. We have this home, and then further up there's a home up the block, and that one is fully engulfed as well. And again, this is one firefighting crew right here from LA County that is on scene to help put out these flames. I saw them going to the neighboring property, breaking their way into the backyard to see what they can do. But this home, I can see the roof is already caved in for this property. The one further up the street seems to be a complete loss. Now, this is a higher elevation, Upper Hastings Ranch, part of Pasadena. We are north of Pasadena High School. We did go through that area, did not see anything burning there off of Sierra Madre Boulevard. To the east of here is the town, the city of Sierra Madre. We know evacuations there are currently mandatory for anybody living north of Sierra Madre Boulevard. Right now, it does not appear that any homeowners are here, that they have heeded the warning. A lot of these embers now blowing with this very intense wind. But the resources I've already heard with our coverage so incredibly thin right now. Again, these 2 homes burning, and this is one engine that I have seen here on this street, Rivera Drive. I have friends who live in this area. I drove by, checked on one of their homes. A majority are okay right now. This is a higher elevation in the neighborhood. So 2 homes that I've seen. We're going to survey the area, see what we can find. But again, it is heartbreaking to see how resources are so thin and just not enough crews. But again, the wind is just incredibly strong and erratic right now, and we know it is not over yet. Mark and Colleen, I'll send it back to you.
It is getting to be that time of night. Mark Robles, thank you for that live report. We look forward to hearing from you some more tonight. We have Niku Kazori. That broke out above Sylmar, and that fire has been growing. What is it like right now? It looks like you might have a pause in the wind. Is that correct?
Yeah, Mark, it feels like that, but the wind speeds, the wind gusts, they just come and go. So earlier, just about half an hour ago, I heard Dallas talking about the wind speeds here in Sylmar between 40 to 60 miles per hour, and we can feel that at times. Right now, it feels like there is a break in those winds, but all of a sudden, the winds will just coming right at you, and you can really feel it. It just definitely knocks you off your feet. And the fire has been traveling so fast here in Sylmar. You can see from this neighborhood, we are in the Saddle Tree Ranch neighborhood. The fire is just right over there, over the mountain, so close to this neighborhood. And I know that a lot of the residents here, they've been evacuating. We saw horses all throughout the neighborhood. They were evacuating the horses as well. A little bit earlier, right before we lost audio, we caught up with someone who had his horse and he was trying to find shelter for his horse. So I really hope everything worked out there. But just being in this street right here, we see a resident. I want to go talk to him. So he looks like he's spraying down his house and he's not evacuating. So I kind of want to get to the bottom of it, figure out what's going on. Why is he deciding to stay here? Hi, sir.
Hi.
Hi. We're with ABC7. What's your name?
Jose.
Jose, tell me a little bit about why haven't you evacuated? You feel confident being here?
Well, not really, but
What's going on?
I just cannot go. I mean, this is my house. I'm just trying to help a little bit, the most that I can. So,
yeah.
You know, this is all we have.
Are you worried about being so close to the fire? You can see the fire.
It is. I'm so scared. My family everybody left already, so I'm just here, but just, trying to be calm, because this is really stressful, man.
So your family is left. Where did your family go?
Yeah, they are going with some other family members.
Okay.
So yeah, like a couple miles away from here. So just trying to stay safe,
Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
just hoping and praying for the best outcome.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay here all night? Is that your plan?
Well, I believe so, because this is gonna be the second time we are going through this in 13 years living here. So I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Tell me a little bit about the first time going through this. Was it similar? How would you compare this Santa
You
Ana
know
wind
what?
event? Yeah, it's the last one.
You know what? Even believe it or not, probably the first time it was worse.
Wow. Wow.
It was worse because we have fire all the way here on my side,
Yeah.
all the way on my backyard, on the back side. I have firefighters going through my house just to get back there.
Yeah.
So
Did that happen really fast? Are
It
you
was
worried?
really,
what if
really
that
fast.
happens with the
really
fire
fast,
here? Okay,
really fast.
So faster and
It doesn't take like not even like 20 minutes when you can see everything's gone.
Right.
So
So what are you doing to prepare? I see you have your hose.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get everything the most that we can get wet. So just try to do something.
Well, you seem
Yeah.
very confident. I know that you are worried right now, but again,
I am.
Yeah,
I
hoping
am.
and praying for the best for you.
Yes,
So
yes.
Good
I'm
luck.
sorry.
Thank you for talking
Thank you.
to us.
Thank you. No problem.
So you just heard Jose. He's obviously, this isn't his choice. If it was up to him, he wouldn't want to stay here, but he said this is his home, this is all he has, and his family has evacuated. So at least his wife and children, they are safe, but Jose is just trying to hold it down for his family and keep their home standing. He's just spraying, making sure it's wet. There's no dry areas on his home. He's lived here for 13 years. He says this is the second time that he has gone through this in 13 years. So really crossing our fingers and hoping that Jose's house stays intact. The rest of the neighbors here, there are some people outside kind of just looking at how close we are to the fire. Again, very close to the fire, and this is an equestrian neighborhood. We've seen plenty of horses coming by, and they're saving those horses. So that's a nice sight to see. We've been in 3 different locations now all night. We were in Pacific Palisades earlier. We saw what Santa Monica looks like, and here in Sylmar. And of course, it's really hard to tell with these conditions constantly changing. It's just a fluid situation. It's hard to see what it's going to look like in the next hour, in the next 2 hours as the winds really start to pick up. But comparing this to the other 2 locations,